Welcome to ElectroSwap's feature demo for Electroneum Smart Chain's first hackathon. ElectroSwap was deployed in March of 2024, and we've been building ever since. Our goal at ElectroSwap is to be the most secure decentralized trading platform on any chain out there. You can find us by going to electroswap.io. That is our website, which will give you this page here. You can read our documentation from here, which we'll get to a little bit later, or you can click on this Launch App button, which will launch our D app and take you to a page just like this. You can go ahead and get started, and you'll be presented with a simple swap dialog, which gives you a quote for 1 ETN into Bolt. Bolt is one of 2 tokens associated with ElectroSwap, officially associated with ElectroSwap. Bolt was our first token, and it has the highest market cap on the Electroneum smart chain. And one of the first things we're going to want to do here is we're going to go ahead and connect our wallet. When we click on that, you'll see that we're presented with several different wallet options. We love and prefer Rabby. If you don't have Rabby installed, it will show MetaMask up top here, or any other wallets that are compatible with our site. We're going to go ahead and click on Rabby. And you'll notice now that our balance is showing in from the wallet, which has got about 2,500 ETN in here. We have 0 Bolt. You can go ahead and click on the address in the top right-hand corner. That's going to show you a portfolio view. So you can see that we have about 2,500 ETN, and we have 1 Dynamo. Dynamo is the other token associated with ElectroSwap, and that is our yield farming reward token, and we'll get into that a little bit later too. So let's collapse that for now, and a few things that are going to be important to take a look at here. First thing you'll notice is that we have a green border around this token input dialog. That indicates that this token pair has locked liquidity. ElectroSwap, as far as we know, is the only decentralized exchange out there that has locked liquidity integrated into the decentralized exchange itself. And if you hover over this green icon, you will see that 94.51% of the liquidity in this token pair is locked. That means that token developers, token creators that create token pairs are not able to remove the liquidity, i.e. rug pull, anytime they want to. So by having locked liquidity, that ensures that this token pair remains viable for trading and can't be rug pulled at any moment. This is really important because decentralized exchanges kind of have a bad rap for that. Where token devs are able to just remove liquidity, and people that have purchased those tokens are kind of stuck with them with no place to sell them. So any token that is listed on this list has been thoroughly vetted and has locked liquidity, with the exception of the wrapped USDT and USDC. These 2 do not have locked liquidity because they're a different type of token. They're not one that people would be selling. But any of these other projects, you can rest assured that there is locked liquidity for them, and purchasing them on ElectroSwap is perfectly safe. So let's do a little bit of a demo. We'll do a small purchase, spending about 1,000 ETN, and we'll get about 650 Bolt. We're going to go ahead and click on swap. It's going to give you a preview of the trade. If we wanted to take a look at a little bit more information, you could see the price impact that this trade is going to have, what type of slippage you may be paying, how much of the token that you could expect to receive at least, and the gas fees associated with the trade. You can also see the order routing. So in this case, there are 3 routes that are being taken to facilitate basically the best rate possible for this swap, in which case we're aggregating across 3 different paths to give you the best quote possible. Let's go ahead and click on Confirm Swap. I'm going to sign this in a wallet. You can't see that, but I'm going to submit it. That has now been submitted to the blockchain and is being mined. Once validated, the swap shows that it has been successful. And we can see at the top right that we did successfully do that swap. And if we go ahead and click on our portfolio again, you'll see now that we have some Electroneum as well as some activity that's recently happened. Moving on, we're going to go over to the Explore tab, which shows all of the listed tokens that we have on the platform, their current prices, and some statistics. If you go ahead and click on any one of these, it's going to take you into a page that shows a line graph with the activity over the last, in this case, a year, the activity over the last month. Shows you some additional statistics about the total locked value, market cap, locked liquidity, and daily volume. You can also see recent transactions, and you can filter by wallet. So if we were to go ahead and click on this, you'll see that there were several transactions. This is my test and a couple that I had done a few minutes ago. You can also find some important links, so you can copy the contract address, you can get the link to the Block Explorer, to a website that may be associated with a project listed, any social media accounts and or Telegram accounts, and a simple description of the tokens. If we move over to the next tab, that is the Earn tab, that is our yield farm. So a yield farm is a fantastic way to generate some passive income, and you do that by depositing liquidity into a yield farm pool that earns you passive income, and the APYs for those you can find over here. Certain tokens or certain pairs have higher APYs than others, but may expose you to a little bit more impermanent loss risk, which would be something that you would need to research before participating. There's plenty of YouTube videos out there about impermanent loss and what that means. But for this demo, I'm going to just show you how to participate in the yield farm by clicking on one of these rows. And you'll see that there is no yield farm position currently on this wallet. We have 19 farmers or participants in this yield farm. We're going to add one more by depositing some. And there's a lot of different fields here. Most of this is not super important for farmers, but it is there if you would like to dig into it. The most important for our demo are going to be these two deposit amount fields. We're going to go ahead and click on max here. So we have 649 Bolt. If we deposit that much Bolt due to the current ratio of Bolt to Dino in the pool, we would have to contribute 0.65 Dino for 649 Bolt. And the two combined equals about $4.20. So we're depositing $2.10 worth of Bolt, $2.13 worth of Dino, and we're going to earn APY on that combined value of $4.23. There is also an opportunity to increase your earnings by staking additional Bolt. We don't have enough for this demo, but if you were to deposit an additional 50,000 Bolt, you would earn 5% more Dino. And if you were to deposit 100,000 Bolt, you would earn 15% more Dino. So that acts as a multiplier on your APY, and it essentially increases your passive income. So first things we're going to do is we're going to approve the Bolt. I'm going to sign that in the wallet. Take 1 second. We're going to approve the Dino. And then we're going to preview our deposit into the farm. So we're confirming here that we're depositing 649 Bolt, 0.65 Dino. Just signing the transaction. That has been submitted. And we have now added that liquidity to the farm. If we go ahead and close, you will see that we have added liquidity to the farm. And if we click on this row now, you'll see that we do have a position. The farmer count increased. We didn't deposit very much, so our farm ownership is pretty low. Our duration multiplier is 1x, and our bolt multiplier is 1x. This bolt multiplier would be higher if we had staked additional bolt with that, either the 50 or 100,000 for 5 or 15% more. And the duration multiplier, by leaving this liquidity in the pool, you can earn up to 2.5 times your APY. So this position APY is kind of a personalized APY that takes into account any bonus multipliers that you may have applied to your position. So we have not had this in here very long, but you can see that we've already earned a small amount of Dino, and we will come back and withdraw that in a little bit. We're going to head over to our NFT marketplace, which is a brand new feature released in January 2025. If we go ahead and click on the NFTs tab, you'll see that we have several collections. The official collection associated with ElectroSwap is the Electric Legends collection, which is a very special collection because it pays dividends to own the NFTs associated with this collection. So all NFTs, regardless of collection, when sold in aftermarket sales, generate a 3% platform fee. 2% of that 3% comes to ElectroSwap to keep the lights on and our servers running, and 1% of that platform fee is distributed amongst the holders of Electric Legends proportionate to the number of Electric Legend tokens that a wallet has. And those that hold the Electric Legends will see a button here that shows your current amount of dividend rewards that are claimable against those NFTs that you're holding. And so you can see that this wallet has one of these NFTs, and it's able to claim 84 ETN, and this goes for perpetuity. So for forever, for as long as there are aftermarket sales going on ElectroSwap NFT marketplace, there will be rewards that you can claim by owning an Electric Legend NFT or more. So if you had held 2, your claimable amount would have been double. So one of the cool things that you can see in here is that there is a couple filters. So we can go ahead and click on filter. You can choose the different traits that you like. So in this case, we might want to look for a more rare background. If you click on Digital Matrix, it's going to show us just the NFTs with the more rare background. Or if you're looking for maybe one that has a rare weapon, a plasma sword, you can go ahead and click on that, and you can see the NFTs associated with that trait. And you can mix and match these different traits to filter per your requirements. You can also filter by assets that are only purchasable or listed at this current time. So you can click on those that are buy now. These are only assets that are listed if you're wanting to buy one right at this moment. You can also change the way that this is sorted. So it's currently sorted by low to high price. If we go high to low, so you can find this one is the most expensive, 2 million, likely due to the fact that it has the highest rank, or it's the most rare NFT on the platform with a rank of number 1. So therefore it may deem a higher price, thus its high listing price. You can also sort by most rare to most common, in which case number 1 shows up here, number 5, number 10. These are all of the listed ones. Listed assets are always shown first, and the non-listed ones would show up after that. So here's number 2. You can also, if you're looking for specific assets, so if we want to look for asset number 214, we can now just type in number 214 and it'll show up right there. It's an easy way to get to the NFTs you're looking for. If you're wanting to make just some a bulk purchase, you can use this sweep feature, which allows you to essentially purchase multiple by quickly selecting and adding them to your bag, in which case it'll give you a total price and you can pay for that all together. I'm going to clear out my bag. All right, so moving on, there's an additional feature that we support. Electric Legends is fully minted. There are and will only ever be 432 of these assets, but there are other assets on the platform that allow you, that are not fully minted yet. So we have Mega OG here, and this is an asset that is still mintable. So you can go ahead and click on mint over here, and you can choose to mint as many as you want. So in this case, we're minting 10. The price per is 24,000. So the total amount of ETN to mint 10 is 240,000 Electroneum. If you would like to take a look at an individual NFT, you can go ahead and click on one of them. And you can see that this NFT is listed. It's got a current listing price of 1 million ETN, which seems a little steep for my taste. So I'm going to make a bid on this for a little bit less. We can make a bid for 100 ETN, which is probably a little bit of a lowball offer, but who knows, they may accept. We can go ahead and place a bid on that, which is going to ask us for a signature in our wallet. And once we've done that, you will see that we are now the highest bidder on this asset. And we could look at increasing our bid if we wanted to, if we made a typo. But now that we have a bid, you can actually see that there's also a spot here where it shows your current bid obligations. So if you don't know which assets you've made bids on, you can go ahead and click on this link. That'll take you to a page that shows you your total bid obligations, your balance of wrapped Electroneum in your wallet, and allows you to cancel any bids from a centralized location across all of the different collections. You can also apply these different filters to see bids that may have become inactive, or bids that were accepted, bids that you canceled, or bids that have expired. If you click on the items tab, you'll see any NFTs that are in your wallet, and you can always get back to this page by clicking on your address and the view and sell NFTs. That'll take you straight back to this page. If you are a token developer, you may be interested in this pools tab, which would allow you to create new positions and lock those positions for version 3, or if you want our version 2 liquidity, you can access that through this link here. Otherwise, you can head over to our documentation page by clicking on this. This will take you to our doc section where you can read all about Bolt and its statistics and use cases. You can read about the NFT collection that we have, its traits and the benefits of owning it, specifically about the dividends. You can learn about how to swap on the platform. You can learn about what approvals are and why they're required. You can learn all about liquidity, which is admittedly a tricky subject for some, so this can help increase understanding there. Why locked liquidity is important, how to add liquidity. So this is more for developers or for those that would be wanting to generate some residual income using the tokens that you already have. This is documentation on slippage, on token safety, and common types of scams that you would want to avoid. There's documentation on tokens that have taxes, or also known as fee on transfer tokens. You can read about our yield farm. So this is, again, an awesome way to generate passive income. And so this would be how you participate in that. We also have a page for our smart contracts. So these are all of the core contracts that we use throughout our platform. Along with the audit reports, which is a very important point, pretty much all of the important contracts that would potentially put users' funds at risk, those contracts have all been audited, so you can read those audit reports associated with those contracts by clicking on the links for those reports. You can read about the Electroneum smart chain. It is important to note that we are not officially affiliated with Electroneum, but we're building on the chain. And so we have some information about Electroneum. You can also see information about listing requirements as a developer. If you're wanting to list a token on ElectroSwap, we do have some pretty stringent requirements which keep our security bar high. We require code verification, open sourcing, contract review. There must be locked liquidity. All of those requirements can be found here. If you're an NFT developer, there's some important information that you would want to read in this developer guide for NFTs and how you would lock your liquidity to qualify for listing. And with that, that wraps up our demo. I appreciate your time. Thank you.